Hi, this is Lain Bradford with winetalk.org, and this evening we are at Madrona Manor here in Sonoma, and we have the great honor of having a dinner this evening with Pfendler Vineyards, Pfendler Winery, I'm sorry, and the Vineyards. Wines are exceptional, guys. You really need to try these wines out, they'll blow your mind. So I'm going to let you all introduce yourself, and then I'm going to kind of go through, and we're just going to knock out a few questions about the winery, a little bit about the history, how you guys are doing your wines, how can they get your wines, because once somebody tastes these, they really want to reach out and try to get as much as they can. So.
Right, well, I am Kimberly Pfendler. I founded Pfendler Vineyards in 2007 with the goal of making elegant handcrafted wines from our family's mountaintop property in the Petaluma Gap region of the Sonoma coast. And one of the first things I did was set out to find the perfect winemaker, which is Greg, Greg Bjornstad, who has just come in and done an absolutely fantastic job with our first vintage of Chardonnay and Pinot Noir.
Greg, a little bit about your background.
I come to the winemaking from a viticultural background.
Okay.
I studied agronomy and viticulture, and I've been working for other wineries as their viticulturist or vineyard manager, and until it was time to launch my own consultancy and wine label. So I had a little bit of experience of making wine under my own label, Bjornstad Cellars, for a little while before I felt that it was okay to work for other people. It's one thing to make wine and make some mistakes on your own time, but once you're doing that for other people, there's the stakes are much higher.
Or it's a little bit harder.
Exactly. Like, okay, well, things now it's for someone else.
This is your first vintage.
It is.
Right?
Yes.
And on the Chardonnay, you're doing about how many cases on this first vintage? Or how many were released?
150.
Okay, and the Pinot?
350.
350. Now, a little bit about your property. It is here in Sonoma. Just kind of fill me in a little bit on it, a little bit about the different soil types you've got going on there, and I guess both of y'all just kind of jump in on this. And when did you guys start planting grapes, and how did you come up with? Because you basically are doing just Chardonnay and Pinot Noir.
That's right.
Two very Burgundian styles, and these are very much on that page there. Now, how did you come up with just those two instead of doing Cab, Merlot, and all the other wines that are out there?
Well, my late husband Peter started planting vineyards in 1992. He moved to Petaluma in the 80s and bought about 1,000 acres on Sonoma Mountain, the western slopes of Sonoma Mountain in Petaluma. And he originally had come in with the goal of just cattle ranching and farming, and then developed this passion for planting vineyards up and down the mountain. And so he planted in different locations from the top of Sonoma Mountain, from the very top to the base over to the Gap's crown. Experimented with different varietals. He happened to really like the Bordeaux varietals, so he planted a lot of heavy reds, and they some years they were really great, but it just wasn't so consistent, and so they struggled to ripen, and so when Greg came in, we grafted everything over into Pinot Noir and Chardonnay.
Now, are you guys doing anything with organic or sustainable farming at all?
I would say that sustainable is the way to describe it. Probably the biggest thing that's keeping a lot of growers from being organically certified is how to handle the zone underneath the vines. So the weeds. It's difficult if you've got any kind of a side slope to really take care of them. It's very expensive to have a weed eating crew come in and do that. And so with some judicious applications of Roundup, we're able to take care of things in a pretty cost-effective manner and a relatively minor impact, on a whole. So, but there's so many alternative organic products that are available now as alternatives to other products that part's actually pretty easy to do. Yeah.
Now, you're in North Carolina, California, and where else are your wines distributed right now?
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
And soon, New York.
Soon New York, okay. And now, for our viewers that aren't in those areas and they want to get your wines, they've got what, 2 options: a website and a tasting room.
That's right.
Okay. And what's the website again?
www.pfendlervineyards.com.
Okay. And I'll put that up on the blogs for everybody so you can
Thanks.
link right onto it there. And then, do you have a wine club also, or is it just the sales of these two
I have a
wines?
mailing list.
Okay.
But not so much a wine club yet, because we have the Chardonnay and the Pinot
Yeah.
Noir and the Rosé Pinot Noir, but
Okay.
that's where we are in our location. It's probably all that we're going to have
First
to offer.
vintage,
So
you know.
it's our first vintage,
That's
and
right.
sure, you never know. I mean, maybe we'll get into vineyard designates one
Mhm.
day. There's, we have 4 state vineyards, so but one step at a
One
time. Yeah.
Now, if they were here in Sonoma and they want to try the wines, and there's a tasting room, correct? Or
Yes, in Santa
co-op
Rosa.
tasting room. Or,
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that.
At Vinify, I'll let Greg talk
Okay.
about.
We're at Vinify Wine
Yeah.
Services. That's our custom crush facility. We're in the process of moving from just solely a production space to a multi-use space, if you will. The zoning and the licensing has been for light industrial, so we need to change some things before we've got all the licensing in place for people to come and visit and taste there. So I think that's going to be, here we are in September. I think we've understood that, maybe the early part of 2010, so in 6 months, we should be able to receive guests. And I think we can do things by appointment only now and have, individuals come, but we're working toward a real tasting room within the next 6 months. So the early part of 2010.
So if folks are coming out, they should probably contact y'all directly. Now,
Call
the
first.
co-op tasting room where is that located at again?
That's going to be at the northern part of Santa Rosa,
Okay.
off of is that Old Redwood Highway? Excuse me, Old Redwood Highway on the northbound side of 101,
Okay.
and on the southbound side would be a Hopper exit.
Is that on the website too, telling people how to get there?
No,
It will soon.
probably not yet.
It will be soon, right?
Yeah.
We'll make sure we put a link on the site. Can I get like a MapQuest direction so people can get there? I have to tell you that the wines were truly, truly exceptional. I mean, there was depth, layers, and just soft flavors, and it was almost like, especially the Pinot, like red velvet, just kind of wrapping you up. It was just on the money, and you guys have really outdone yourself on your first release. I mean, it is truly, truly exceptional.
Thank you.
And as we said on Twitter, this is very, very likely to become a nice cult classic wine. One that people just be clamoring for because it is that delicious.
Mm.
And
Thank you.
congratulations on that. It's just
Thank you.
beautiful.
Yeah,
Thank you.
wonderful.
Well, folks, if you're out this way, make sure you grab some bottles. If not, go to the website, or if you're in one state, you can get them. Ask for them, beg for them, demand them. They're out of this world. Thank you all very much.
Thank
It was a
you.
pleasure talking with y'all.
Likewise, thank you.